Hi, it's Crafty Tina's, and today I want to show you a troubleshooting solution if your shakers are coming apart. Now I've made a whole bunch of these shakers and I've only had maybe 3 fails. One of the fails was one that I was really looking forward to. However, in my haste, I forgot to put beads in this one. And even though it was pretty cool without them, I'm glad it was one of my fails because now I'm going to try to put beads back in here and seal it up. I practiced with this one. This was another fail. And my thinking or my thought is it's because of the paper I used for the background. I'm using scrapbook paper, which kind of has a little bit of a coating on it. It's a thicker ink. Others I have printed off the computer onto nice color copier paper. They seem to be sticking better. But there's no really rhyme or reason. This is another one that I printed off the computer onto copier paper. And the same with, these are just plain. I forgot to put the image in the inside, but they really make nice shakers anyway. So I have this failed attempt, and I'm glad it's one that fell apart because I forgot to put the beads in this one initially. So now I can put beads in this one and put it back together. I may start doing this to all of my shakers just to avoid this, because I just picked all of these beads up off the table and that was not a fun time. I don't think I got them all, but we'll find out. So if you have one that fails, simply continue taking it apart carefully. You don't want to rip the paper, but you're not really worried about the adhesive anymore. Put it back in your mold. I call this a mold because it reminds me of a soap mold. I believe this is an insert. I got this on Amazon. I had a hard time finding something that was hold items on contact when it comes to paper products. Usually the glue is too thick or too thin, and it really doesn't do good with paper products. This one was all-purpose, is super thick, so I thought I'd give it a try. It also stands up, so it's always ready. So I put a small amount of glue, and when I say small, I mean a dab, into each one of the little scallops, just going around. See, that only took a few seconds, so it's not like it's going to be time consuming to do this little fix. Almost forgot to add my beads again. Putting a scoop of beads. And then putting my back into the same insert. And simply give it a press. I held it for 15 seconds last time. It says on contact. I didn't want to take a chance with the beads being loose, so I just simply held it. Pressure's not really important as long as it's firm, because it's not like you're making a button where you need to bend and mold and create something. You're basically just holding the two pieces of paper together. You could probably just sit there and hold it with your hands, but I wanted to make sure that it gave it a nice, firm, all the way around, even pressure. And then when I took it out, I didn't really have any spillage of the glue inside or out. And as far as I can tell, it's really stuck. I mean, I'm sure it needs a few minutes to dry. It doesn't feel wet, it doesn't feel squishy, and it doesn't feel like I've compromised my paper like some glue does. Only time will tell, but I thought I'd give you guys a shout just to let you know. I didn't want anyone to get discouraged with their shakers because they really are wonderful items. I just didn't want anyone not to be able to use it because they're failing. Again, I purchased this on Amazon. It was very reasonable. This is a 4-ounce bottle. Don't get anything bigger than this because this is nice. Anything bigger than this is just going to be in the way and very heavy for you to add. You saw it only took me a few seconds to add glue all the way around into each little scallop. It's a very thick glue, so very little pressure was needed. So I'm hoping this is the solution because there's no way I'm going to stop making these wonderful little things. If you are the person who asked me if I found a solution, I'm hoping to find you so I can tag you. Hope everybody has a great day and keep on crafting.